On Sunday afternoon, the 5th of February 2023, a pro-Israel rally was held in Sydney. But if you rely on the Australian Jewish news for your information in this country, you wouldn't know anything about it because they chose not to report it. That's odd, you may think, because the Jewish news covered the Gay Pride March in Melbourne on that same day, and it had less to do with Israel and Jewish life than the rally did. The pro-Israel rally was organised hastily by a young man living in Sydney by the name of Eli Tuvel. He is not affiliated with any of the communal organisations, and this was entirely his own initiative. Good on him, I say. In the space of about a week, he organised the location, a park in Dover Heights, the stage and equipment for music and speakers, security from the New South Wales Police and CSG Group, and the publicity mainly via social media. But what you need to know, and it raises a big question, is that none of the communal organisations or the Jewish news showed much interest in it. Sydney has the Executive Council of Australian Jewry headquartered there. It has the New South Wales Jewish Board of Deputies, and it also has an office of the Zionist Federation of Australia. Yet none of these organisations were even remotely interested in supporting this rally. And you have to ask, why not? What was the problem? So when the Australian Jewish Association heard about it, we decided that this is exactly the sort of event that the Jewish community should be endorsing. We offered to help, and Ellie accepted. And the event turned out to be quite a success, with probably around 250 people attending. And remember, it was all organised in 7 days. The AJA also contributed to the cost of equipment hire, and the speakers included AJA President David Adler, our Director of Public Affairs Robert Gregory, and 3 senior Orthodox rabbis from Sydney, including the head of the Rabbinical Council in that state. However, not one word on this was printed in the Jewish news. We were not surprised, as this newspaper never ever reports anything that the AJA does, unless it is in the context of some criticism. Could it be that the event was boycotted because of our involvement? Well, it certainly seems like it. A chairperson from one of the Jewish Board of Deputies committees also had a lot of criticism to offer on Facebook, and he didn't even turn up. He complained about the number of people reported as attending, but with people coming and going and then moving about the park, it was always going to be something of a guesstimate. He complained about releasing the details of the venue, but it's a bit hard to hold a public rally if you don't tell people where to go. He complained about promoting the rally on Sky News TV, but this was done with the approval of a communal security expert. And what a difference this highlights. On one hand, you have a young member of Sydney's Jewish community interested enough in Israel to organise an event, along with the AJA who assisted and supported him to make it a big success. And on the other hand, you have the staid and stuffy Jewish communal organisations who no doubt like schmoozing with politicians at cocktail parties, but couldn't bother to get involved at a grassroots level and connect with the community they claim to represent. The only conclusion we can draw is that our communal organisations and the Australian Jewish News deliberately boycotted the event because the AJA was involved. Oh well, we must be doing something right, because despite all the efforts to cancel us, we continue to go from strength to strength. We don't claim to represent everyone, just those Jews with politically conservative values and who strongly support Israel. We have huge support on social media, but we also encourage people to take out membership for $40, as we need your tangible support as well. And you can do this via the website, jewishassociation.org.au. So send them all a message by joining up. The AJA is the only organisation that is actually working for you. This is Alan Friedman for the Australian Jewish Association.